Hello, my name is Layla. I'm the wine director at Reid's Fine Foods and Reid's Runaway Gourmet. Well, Brian, we're back.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is our last side dish for our Christmas fabulous menu. So we had the couscous salad first as a side dish, and that was wonderful. And so now you're going to make something creamy. Because if you remember, I had featured 2 white wines, and those 2 white wines will be making the wow moment with a creamy sauce. So we have a potato fennel.
Yes, ma'am.
Cream.
Yep.
Parmesan cheese.
We got a little bit of everything with this. What you're going to do is take your potatoes. I cut them into about an inch and a half. You're just going to take those, add them into a pot.
Any kind of potato or
I use a Yukon Gold.
I love those.
They have a very, very rich flavor to them.
Yep.
It's almost creamy already, and then this process is just going to make it better. The color is perfect,
well,
and then
contrast with the white of the fennel as well.
And that was about 3 Yukon Gold potatoes. I've taken 2 small pieces of fennel, cut them the same way, about 1.5 inches. And
the cool thing, size as the potatoes.
Yes, ma'am. So they're going to cook evenly.
Yeah.
And one thing about this recipe is you'll see you don't need to cut the inside of the fennel out because you're going to cook it in the cream. So you don't have to worry about trying to clean that out. So I have the same amount, about 2 cups, 2 small fennels.
Well, it's a lot of fennel.
It's a lot of fennel because the fennel is going to cook down a little bit more than what your potatoes will. Yeah. And then we're going to add 2 cups of half and half.
Cook that in.
Yes, ma'am. We're pretty much essentially going to poach this, kinda, is what I would call it, in cream. Yes, ma'am. We're using half and half. You can use cream. This is just a little bit lighter of an option. So you're pretty much just going to take 2 cups of half and half, maybe a little bit more depending on what kind of pot you're going to use. And you just want it to where it's, without making a mess here, it's just going to cover everything. That's what you're looking for. And then we're going to take 1 bay leaf, add that, and then we have 1 tablespoon of fennel seeds, and we're just going to add that in. The bay leaf, keep in mind, is one thing that you will want to remove, but the fennel seeds, since we're cooking it all together, are going to be soft, and you don't have to worry about taking those out.
And the flavor that is going to give it. So you have double fennel, basically.
So pretty much what you're going to do is you're just going to bring this to a boil, and then once that gets to a boil, you're going to want to turn it back down to a simmer. You're going to simmer right around 15 to 20 minutes. What you're going to want to look for is when your potatoes start to get soft. When your potatoes soft, you can just pick them up.
Totally.
No, you don't want it falling. We're not making mashed potatoes. So pretty much you just want to be able to pick them up with tongs or a fork. And as soon as you see it break away or the fork goes in, you know you're going to be at the point of taking them out of the liquid.
Them out. And the fennel will have the same consistency as the potato as well.
Exactly. Right? So once you get to that point, just to speed up process a little bit, we already have another one. We have one going.
Yeah, to show you.
So pretty much the last key is when you strain that, you add it to your favorite casserole dish, whatever you're looking for.
Yeah.
And how we got that crust on there is we took a mixture of Parmesan cheese. You got thyme, 3 sprigs of thyme, 1 sprig of rosemary. And then the thing that's really going to make this different is we zested 2 small oranges and added it to this cheese mixture.
Well, I can see the fennel with the orange.
Exactly. They pair perfect. And one thing, if you do it a little bit of ahead, it'll give you more flavor into that cheese. The sooner you mix this, you can do it a day ahead. That zest will just marinate into the cheese.
So you use Parmesan Reggiano.
Yes, ma'am.
So we need to be a little bit aware of the salt content.
When you're cooking them,
you do have the sweetness of the fennel.
Yes, ma'am.
And the fennel seeds. So they will kind of balance.
You want to go a little bit more heavy on pepper on this than you would salt.
Okay.
Exactly.
You can always add
because of the cheese. A lot of people don't think about that, and that was a good thing you brought that up because Parmesan is a very salty cheese. So, but you'll just once you take that out of the liquid, you'll add it, make it even. Take some of your cheese and just sprinkle it on top. You can be as heavy or non-heavy as you want, depending on what you like.
So it is kind of like a gratin.
It's like a gratin, but it's just not your traditional slice, and it's different. We're trying to get away from your every year kind of side dishes. So
this is another side dish that is has been added to our Christmas menu. Once again, you can order from the catering department, and it will be cooked for you, or you can go online, go on YouTube channel, Reid's own YouTube channel, and watch Ryan and me talk about it and how he make it look this wonderful.
Exactly.
And you know, it's like now time to taste both.
Exactly.
Again.
I can't wait.